Icon. The future looked so damn bright for Icon back in 2017, 2018. It was actually, one of the best gainers in that bull cycle, or certainly top 20 anyway. And it's price action certainly stagnated over the last few years. Even though there's been good development, even though, part of the South Korean government ended up being involved. I want to take a look at where this can go in this bull cycle, and potentially what it can hit, what it has to do to break its downtrend as well. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about when I made the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were coins I expected were going to make me a lot of money. You could have done the same. If you had popped $100 into each of these when I released the videos, you'd have gotten in at these prices. All you would have had to do is sit on them for 16 months and then sell them. And in under a year and a half, your total profit would have been over 123 grand. Now, we are in a bull cycle. You don't exactly have a year and a half to sort your portfolio out. You probably have a month. If you're not confident in the coins that you own, if you're genuinely just really unsure about the coins that you own, or if you have no portfolio at all, now is the time to do something about it. If you go to copymycrypto.com, that is the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. On there, you will see what my members have made. There's the successes that we've had, which is all public record. It's where I share every coin that I own. Whenever I buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members what crypto I'm going to buy and at what price. Whenever I sell, I tell my members what crypto I'm selling and at what price. This basically means my members have no work to do. They get in and out of cryptos at the same price as me, so they make the same profit. Now, if that sounds good to you, pause this video now, read through the site, look through it all, watch the videos, verify it all, because it's all public record, it's all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, try the service out before this market start ripping to the upside. Now, Icon. So Icon back in 2018, absolutely banged. I mean, it went up from like 50 cents all the way to $12. That previous bull cycle in 2021 though, it was properly floundered. It was surprising because actually Icon was really the first interoperability crypto. It was the whole point was that apps can use Icon to do cross-chain transactions with ease, right? Icon's cross-chain framework simplifies cross-chain development with its easy-to-use Xcore messaging standard and connections to secure bridging protocols. The founders are Min Kim, who's the former chief strategy officer of Daily Financial Group, which is Korea's largest fintech, and was also the COO at Tapas Media. He's an alumnus of Haas School of Business at the University of California in Berkeley. He also incubated Icon Loop, which is Icon's technical partner. And the reality is Icon was actually looking really strong, particularly in 2018. When they were looking at let's try and revamp how crypto works, let's make it interoperable, let's make sure that that chains can interact, and the Icon token fuels interoperability with a sizable percentage of all the fees collected in Icon are burnt. Apps written in any programming language can use the Icon cross-chain framework as well. For me, this is a big plus. I'm surprised they've not managed to get more developers on board because the removal of a developer having to learn a new programming language is massive. If someone's native understanding then the programming language they're used to using is, say, JavaScript. There's very few blockchains there you can go and use JavaScript. Icon allows for this, which would have made you think that there's going to be a lot more development than there has been. It is a delegated proof of stake. Percentage yield is pretty good. I think it's like 12%, though. I'll double check that. And well, let's have a look. I bet I can find that right now. Stake. Icon, governance, transact. if number fluctuates. Stake is receiving an annual reward of around 6 to 8%. This number fluctuates based on the overall amount. If 100% of the network is staked, the reward rate would be 3.06, while if only 1%, it would be 306%. Yeah. So it's about between 6 and 8%. Now, the ecosystem's not looking too bad. It's not looking amazing. They have expanded. So Harvard DeFi expands with balanced cross-chain DEX. You've got Hashlock Complete Solidity Audit for Balanced and Icon GMP. And when you actually check out some of the projects that they've got, Alter, Archway, Atomic, Balance, Band, then you start seeing the exchanges popping up. That for me is never a good sign. That is people going, our ecosystem's not that good, so we're gonna pad it out with exchanges. That's how I view it personally. Obviously, everyone's different. A lot of this is tooling as well, or infrastructure tooling, whether it's tracking or whatever. We're looking quite underwhelming compared to what it could have been. You got to it's not terrible, it's not bad. They've got some NFT stuff, and gaming wise, it's very underwhelming. But it's not really a gaming network. I think personally, I would be viewing this more as a DeFi place. But again, the DeFi looks underwhelming at the moment. But they have done a lot. I mean, the reality is like the South Korean, I want to say, Prime Minister, it's either Prime Minister or President, issued the first NFT on Icon with a signature, and the first NFT was his signature, and it looked a really good sign for things to come for Icon. Chance of potentially being involved directly with the government. Especially as South Korea was starting to be way more open with crypto. Icon looked like it could really solidify a base there, which, to be fair, it has. Its base is majorly in South Korea. However, the ecosystem's just underwhelming. It really is. And it's a weird one because they had an alliance with One Chain and Ion. Now, Ion obviously has ended up, they just stopped working on the project for Ion. So that coin just died basically. But for Icon, what I expected was that they were going to put more funds into development. And what I mean by that is whether it was incubation money for incubation, so that they could actually get developers on board. We just haven't really seen it. They've done some development. You've got the HANA wallet, which is a nice wallet. You've got they do a lot of socials. Like they've got their podcast, they've got a YouTube channel, and they're fairly active on all their socials. But just not quite seen that sort of growth that one would expect. And with the long-term downtrend that it's in, it went from 12 down to, it was about 3.5, I think, at peak. Last bull cycle, I think it just about, it might have only been $3.10, $3.20, tipped over $3. But that downtrend is just here now, and the price action has been so weak even during the bull cycle. It was really weak. It didn't really pump. It's actually lower than it was in a lot of the bear cycle. So things, from my perspective, don't look great for Icon. Volume's also not great either, and when your volume's low, especially when you've got a higher market cap, the risk of delisting rises. I think it's unlikely it'll be delisted because it's such an OG of crypto, but it isn't going to get listed on Coinbase unless there's huge surge in development, a huge interest that's taken. I think they've got to do a massive sort of a massive push on developers. They've got to figure out ways to allocate funds for developers so that people come and start building, because the DeFi is where their growth should be looking from my perspective. And if we see a growth and a boom in DeFi for Icon, I think we can see a boom in terms of excitement once again. But in reality, unless we see any of that, I think we're going to see Icon struggle to hit $1 this bull cycle. I think the $1 is kind of best case scenario. If they have a real surge in development, if they can do a marketing campaign to get investors on board, we might see volume surge. With the length of time Icon's been around, probability that it could end up on Coinbase increases, and then you might see a bounce. Then you might see it break that sort of $3 region that it was in last bull cycle. However, I just can't see a world that's going to happen. There's not any evidence of like very successful marketing. There's not evidence of onboarding tons of high quality developers. That's their job right now. And if they don't do it well, the price action of Icon is going to flounder from my perspective. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think this is going to pump? Do you think this is going to dump? Are you just giving up on it as a holding? Let me know. And guys, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you don't have your portfolio sorted, now is the time to get that done. Copymycrypto.com can help you out with that. That's the site I run where I share the coins that I own with my members. When I buy a crypto, I tell my members what crypto I'm buying and at what price. When I'm going to sell a crypto, I tell my members what crypto I'm going to sell and at what price. So my members are in and out of all coins at the same prices as me, so they make the same profit. The added bonus is obviously they don't do any work at all. If you don't have a portfolio you're confident in or happy with, you're uncertain about, or it doesn't exist, now is the time to do something about it. Because if you wait 2-3 months, you're going to watch everyone else making money in these markets while you don't. Now is actually the time to sort that out. If you go onto my site, there's a link in the description. You will see what my members have made, the successes we've had. If you watch the videos, read through it all, you can verify it all as well, because it's all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, try it out, because no doubt before these markets rip, it will be able to help you out. And that is it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.